What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. Back out here on the water today, and as you can see, it's a little bit cloudy and it's a little bit nasty. It actually rained all day yesterday, rained most of this morning. It's right here at lunchtime, and it's finally clearing up just a little bit. It's not raining anymore, but it is very, very cloudy. Now, this body of water is a trolling motor only lake, so it's an electric only lake. It's only about 110 acres. It's fully public, but it is a very, very tough fishery. As a matter of fact, it's one of the toughest fisheries in the state of Virginia. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us today. But one good thing is, a lot of times out on this body of water, the fish seem to bite a little bit better when, you know, it's kind of like nasty conditions like it is today. So we have a couple other boats out here with us as well. One boat was putting in right as I got here, and they're going up the left side where the dam is right now. We're gonna go out and we're gonna concentrate more on the channel. We're gonna throw the lipless, we're gonna throw the jerk bait, throw the spinner bait, and surprisingly, the water temps are 50 degrees. So I'm very, very surprised about that, but the water is up a little bit. It's still clear, it's not muddy, so that's one good thing as well. But we're gonna see if we can catch 5 fish. You know, one thing about it is we have basically from lunchtime, which is right now, it's about 11:30, until about, you know, 5:30 when it gets dark. So we have about 5+ hours to fish. So we should have enough time to put some fish in the boat. Maybe we can get a big one. There are some big ones in here. Last time I was here, I caught a 6.5 pounder. So let's go ahead, let's get out here, let's start casting. All right, let's get out of the old muck. Got the old Minn Kota powering us out of here. But as I said, this is a trolling motor only lake, so we're not going to be powering around with the old Merc. So we're going to get out here, and basically it's a channel. Right here behind me, right here, is the dam. The channel runs through, and it basically runs up through a series of points all the way up to the upper end of the lake. A couple guys over here fishing. They just put in right before I did. And I'm gonna just pick up the red eye shad and start throwing that around. The water clarity still looks good, so no issues there really. And a lot of times these fish would just roam out here. So this is the 2-tap. This is like a raven red color. Throwing that on 15-pound C21 copolymer P-line and 5:2-to-1 gear ratio reel. Now I really, or 5:6-to-1, this is a 5:6-to-1 Lewis speed spool. I really like a slow retrieve when I'm throwing a lipless, when I'm throwing a spinnerbait, and all that stuff. Looks like these guys here are throwing a jig. They're dragging something slow, maybe shaky head. So we're gonna try a little bit different approach, and we're gonna try the lipless and see if we can get something going with this. Kind of let it sink down a little bit and just crank her. Just crank her, kind of stop it here and there, and just see if we can get bit. There are a lot of pike in this lake as well, so we're probably gonna snag 1 or 2 of those suckers. But hopefully we just kind of find them out here roaming and we get bit. The water is warmer than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, 51? Wow. I mean, we're right here at the end of December. I haven't seen water temps like that in quite a while. It's like, oh my, we've got like 100 yards of fishing line. Golly. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to do better than that. Look at all this fishing line on my trolling motor. goodness. Got a snap on there. When I get home, I'm definitely gonna have to pull my prop off. All right, so I'm tying on a different spinnerbait. This is a new first gen spinnerbait, and also this is the Lew's, this is the mock pliers right here. If you want any Lew's tools or mock tools or any mock rod and reels, I have a discount code linked in the description below. But this is a first gen spinnerbait right here. The thing looks amazing, but it's like a 3/4 ounce. So I'll be able to get it down to the bottom a little bit better and just kind of slow roll it along the bottom. I've got a huge school of bait fish underneath of me. Absolutely massive school, it looks like. God, is that bait fish? Is that speckle? I don't even know. It's a mega wad. That's all I do know. Absolute mega wad. All right, well, we got one bite on the jig, which was right out here in front of me. And I think we're gonna get right and put on a flat side crankbait. Get down there, right at the bottom. You know, this channel is not very deep. It's only like 7 to 9 foot deep. So we're gonna throw that bad boy out there. It's stumps and stuff all on the bottom. I'm gonna just show y'all real quick. So these are stumps sitting up, and these are fish right here. But like nothing's reacting really to anything that I'm throwing, you know, other than that one bite on the jig, and that was it. So those fish just reacted when I reeled that thing over top of them. What the heck? Oh, one just bit it. He totally just bit it. Okay, that was a big fish. Just bit it right then. That was kind of weird. Reeled it over top of their head, and they like came after it very fast. I tell y'all something else we got going on out here too, if y'all can see. Super slick conditions. I always like for wind to be blowing when I'm out on this lake. It really helps the bite a lot of times. So definitely being super slick like it is does not help things out. That's for darn sure. But you know, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We're gonna catch some fish. We're gonna catch some fish. We just got to figure out what they want. You know, I got that one bite on the jig. That's the only bite. It was a good bite. I will admit, I'm a little disappointed that I kind of blew it, but they are out here. They're out here just roaming around, and there's so many stumps out here. It just makes it difficult. You know, there's so many targets, and the fish are just sitting on all of them. They're just all out here everywhere. So we're gonna see if we can figure something out. We're gonna tie on a crankbait right here in a second, or get a different crankbait tied on, and just see if we can kind of get that down there and fire them up. Oh God, one just smoked it. Man, they're biting it just enough to keep this thing in my hand. I almost wonder if I need to add like some chartreuse to the feet of the jig or something, because I mean they're popping it. But let's just try that. Put a little tiny bit of chartreuse on the feet. Just see if that makes any bit of difference whatsoever, because I mean that fish right there just smacked it. We're gonna make a change. We're gonna make a change. So we're gonna change up what crankbait we have on, and we're gonna get out the jerkbait. So let's get this stuff kind of rearranged here on the front deck, and we're gonna go to work right here in a second. All right, we just switched over to a red flat side crankbait, and we're gonna chunk this sucker around. Probably gonna have to use the plug knocker more than once, I can tell you that, because there's a lot of stumps in here. But that is okay. If it catches us daggone fish, then I ain't too worried about it. See if we can get one to chase this thing. All right, so we just eased up to this point right here. Through the years, I've caught a lot of fish on this point on a lipless. So we're gonna throw this up here. Still searching for that first fish, and we're an hour and a half in, over an hour and a half in, about almost 2 hours. So maybe we can pick up that first fish, get him to bite. Right now they are being stingy. I have not seen anybody else fishing on the lake catch a fish, so definitely not biting too well. See if we can get a reaction out of one. We're gonna try a different trailer on the jig. I'm just gonna try something a little teeny bit different, a little bit bulkier, maybe less flappy. See if we can get bit. This is a prototype bait right here. So we're gonna put the blue up actually, and see if we can get that going. Oh yeah. See what we got here. All right, we're just gonna put the jerkbait in our hand and we're gonna throw that, because I swear nothing we are doing is working. I did talk to one other guy that I know that was fishing here. He was here before I got here, and he has caught 0 bass as well. So, God, just brutal day. He said he was here last weekend and caught 9. Up to 5 pounds, and today has been 100% different. This place is just so tough, so tough. I'd be happy with a pickerel right now. Just, I don't understand it. But that's why it is rated as one of the worst fisheries in Virginia. For this reason right here. There's a bite. Finally. On the jig. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Get in here. And my back camera was dead, but I threw right there by that stop and come up, and he thumped it. I can't even believe it. Let's change the battery in this back camera real quick. All right, y'all. I have fished so hard for this fish right here. Absolutely crazy. He's tiny. Not even a pound probably, but I have fished so hard for him. Man. Well, maybe we can get another. I don't know. It has been brutally tough. We've been fishing now for almost 4 hours, and that's all we got to show for it. But hey, at least we got him. I'll take him. Thank you, buddy. Back to the depths you go. Man, that was such a good bite. I mean, right here by this piece of wood, I come up and he just thumped it. Man. Well, we didn't get skunked. We did not get skunked. I can't believe it. I've made so many casts to finally catch that fish. I tell you, a bunch. I don't know if the fish, I mean, I see some fish starting to come up, you know, to the surface and pop the surface. So I don't know if fish are starting to bite a little bit or what's going on. But maybe we can get another one to bite. Maybe it'll be like way bigger. But hey, I'll take it. I will take it. And y'all might be wondering why I haven't gone to the upper end of the lake. And the reason being is because the water up there is always a lot cooler. And actually, I confirmed that by talking to the guy I know, and he told me that the water up there was 4 degrees colder on that end than it is down here on the lower end. So that's why I've not went up there. Not to mention he didn't catch any fish up there either. So we're just hanging around down here on this lower end, which is the deeper end as well. And I mean, the fish are here. The fish are here. We just have got to get some more bites. Maybe in these last, you know, it's 3 o'clock now, 3:15. So maybe in these last couple hours of daylight, maybe these fish will bite. We can only hope. All right, so basically now I've moved up a little bit shallower. I'm throwing the thunder cricket, the black and blue thunder cricket with a rage swimmer on the back of it, gold blade, and just working along the edge of these shallower points, hoping to find a active fish on this point or on these shallower areas up on these points. It's just, I don't really understand, you know, what's going on with the fish other than they're just not biting whatsoever. You know, we do have a little bit of wind blowing now, which I think can definitely make a big difference in the bite. So hopefully it does make a difference in the bite, because we are struggling. We are struggling. But I mean, the fact we haven't even caught a pickerel is just insane. Pretty crazy. Man, the sun is starting to pop out. What do we have going on here? Let's pick up that jerkbait. This could be what we need. Could be. There he is. Oh, that's a speckle on the jerkbait. Oh, that's crazy. Well, we have now caught more than one fish. We caught a speckle, and I mean, he hit it so hard, he knocked slack in the line. That was pretty crazy. All right, well, let's get our mock pliers and get that bad boy out so we don't get a hook in our hand. Look at that dude. There we go. Here we go. Got this a little angled up a little bit, but there we go. Old speckle on the jerkbait. Thank you there, buddy. All right, well, maybe the sun is going to do a little something. Maybe. I don't know. Got him right here on this point. Bunch of wood and stuff down there. I'll take it. I will take it. It's a darn fish. And it has been so tough. So tough. I tell you, I thought this jerkbait was maybe going to be the deal. You know, got that speckle to bite it pretty quick. You know, not long after I picked it up, and I was like, well, darn, you know, maybe if a speckle will bite it, you know, maybe a bass will jump all over it or something. But no other bites right now. I'm just throwing it along, just going along between these points right here, seeing if we can get something to fire. Got a point right here behind me, and then another point right here in front of me. Just thinking maybe just where it's a little bit deeper, some fish will be set up kind of right there in that bowl right there, but not right now. Or they might be there, they're probably there, but not biting. Not biting. If I could just get one big one to bite out there in the middle, catch it on that jig, man, that would make it all worthwhile. But as of right now, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. We're gonna throw this just a little bit more, and then we're gonna probably pick that jig back up just to go for one big fish. Just a Hail Mary. Just really feel like if I can get one to bite that jig, it can be a big one. Something else that probably had these fish messed up too, I can see on these stick-ups right here, looks like the water has dropped probably about 6 inches today. So from all the rain we had last night, it pushed the water up, and this lake is swamp fed, so all the swamps were dumping in, brought it up, and now it's finally starting to maybe settle back down. But I don't know, just got a bunch of stobs and stuff right around here, and we're gonna throw around and see if we can get old Mr. Bass to bite. Come on, baby. There he is. Got it. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, he ain't as big as I thought, but let me tell you what. Get in the boat, baby. Get in the boat. Get in. Oh my goodness, y'all. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. On that Strike King finesse jig. And I know y'all are like, what in the world? He is excited about this tiny bass. Well, let me tell y'all what. This is 5 hours on the water. My second bass. It has been absolutely brutal. That stick up there is the one that I just caught him on. And then the stick up right here to my right is the one I caught that other one on. Oh my goodness. I mean, this was my last chance. Literally my last chance right here. So we're going to throw him back before I get too close to this. Maybe there's one more on there that is willing to bite. Whew. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Doesn't make any sense how tough it was to get that bite. No sense whatsoever. All right, y'all, this is it. Last cast right there. Last cast. Man, what an absolute grind. But, I mean, I knew coming here that it was going to be tough. This is literally the toughest fishery in the state of Virginia. And it's named that for a reason, because it is. It is just brutally tough. It's fish here, but my God, they are tough to catch. We were only able to catch 2 bass today, 2 bass and 1 speckle. Spent over 5 hours on the water. The other 2 people that were out here fishing, I talked to both of them. Neither one of them caught anything. Beautiful sunset right here, but we got to go get the old Ranger on the trailer. I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I work really hard at these videos, and I'm going to make a really, really strong push in 2024 to just really make a ton of videos and keep the content coming. So let's go ahead and get everything strapped down. Let's get back to the house. I'll see y'all next time on Gunfish TV. Not 100% sure why I put my trolling motor down, because I got to use it to get back to the ramp.